Welcome to Green Party Maps. Here you can see a map of the United States Green Party. You can hover over the local parties, hover over and click into the candidates, and hover over and click into the state parties. When you first see this, you think it's just a map of the Green Party, but it's actually an object-oriented data model of the Green Party. So it supports not only object inheritance, but also data inheritance. We call that acquisition. Here we have the H2O Howie logo. And we see if we click into one of the states, they acquire that data logo. Let's go back up. Let's zoom into California. And we'll click into California. You can see California has their own map. Across the top of the state, you can see all of the California candidates. California is one of the most vibrant Green parties in the US, that in Illinois. And on all these pages, at the bottom, you can see the lists of politicians, either at the national level, here at the state level, the list of parties previously at the national level, here just at the state level. There's also an add menu, so anybody anonymously can add politicians, organizations, online events, in-person events. Of course, they all have to be approved by one of the editors before they're visible. We're going to drill down further into this map, and we're going to take a look at Santa Clara. Now, you see in Santa Clara, there's only one Green Party candidate. So let's take a look in the Green Party of Santa Clara, and we actually see 4 photos. What's going on here? We have 2 national candidates that the person here can vote for. That's Howie Hawkins for president, Angela Walker for vice president. California doesn't have any Green candidates running at the state level, but they do have Tonkel, who's running for the city of San Jose in Santa Clara. He's a Green Party. And here we have Gomez. Now, Gomez is actually a Democrat, but she's been working very closely with Tonkel. And she's endorsed him. They've endorsed each other. They exchange distributing literature together. And so what we can do is we don't want to list Democrats at the national or state level, but on the local county level, the software can list and display Democratic candidates. So that makes it possible for every county in the United States, we can recommend a voting list of progressive candidates. Okay, and we can actually see, here's the voting list. But let's click into Jake Tonkel. And here's a very interesting feature, endorse, right? So what you want to do is you want to have end users engage with your system. It's really easy for somebody to endorse Jake Tonkel, right? So they sign in with Google. A moment later, the instructions tell them to, once you're signed in, instructions tell them, okay, then they can unendorse, you can endorse them or unendorse them. Okay, and there are a bunch more options that we can get into suddenly appeared because I am in fact an editor. So let's go down into Jake Tonkel. You can see he has this virtual meeting coming up, and you can see that there are 2 videos. And so let's take a look at one of these videos. This is a content management system. It's based on the Forest Wiki content management system. The YouTube video is one of the content types you can add. But there's very little text description here. So what you can do is you can edit it as a CK editor. And this includes a lot of fields, but it also includes a WYSIWYG editor. And we can grab some lorem ipsum, and we can bold or italic or strike it out. You can change the heading size. You can save and view it. And there, you know, I didn't have time to do a beautiful edit, but whoops, wait a minute, there's a mistake here. Because this is actually the production website I'm demonstrating this on. And so we don't want that on the production website, but any good content management system is going to have a history view. So let's take a look at the history view. And we can restore. We can also see that if we want to, we can restore. And now when we view it, all is normal. Okay, so let's see where we are in this tree. We started off with the Howie Hawkins map server, Green Party US map and directory, Green Party of California, Green Party of Santa Clara, Jake Tonkel's virtual meetup, and Jake for District 6. We're 7 levels deep in the hierarchy. Now, a basic principle in human factors is you want to have about 7 items in every category. So 7 to the 7th comes to 800,000. We actually have 50 states, so that brings up to about 5 million items that can be managed in this content management system. And because it's a hierarchy, people know where they are. They don't get lost. They can find stuff easily. Of course, you do have another problem when you have so much content. You have to make sure that nobody steps on each other's toes. So let's go up to his virtual meeting. Now, Jake Tonkel may be personally very busy. He may not have time to manage a virtual meeting. And so what he can do is he can an editor. And then the editor has permission on this branch of the tree. You can even assign 2 editors. They have permission to edit, add content. We're not going to do that now. But so there's a very nice hierarchical security model. And jumping up a level, Jake Tonkel is one of many candidates. So when California State Party creates a candidate page, they can then assign permission to Jake Tonkel and his people to edit his, and he can recursively do that further on. Going up a level up to Green Party of California, well, they have a huge number of candidates and local and state parties to manage. And so what do? Well, we have a nice management view for them. So you can think of this as a file system browser, but again, it's an object-oriented database. So here, for example, you have the Python class. Here you can click into the object and manage it. Here you can view the object. These objects are structured on the file system either as a beach or a list. So if you want to rearrange their order in the list, you can select some or all, and then you can retitle, rename, change both, cut, copy, paste, delete. So everything you need for managing. And imagine that they actually want to go and edit. As the California, you have edit permission on your branch of the trees, and then you can then go and edit it. We're not going to do that right now. We're back up to California and view it. In fact, let's go back up to the top level of the directory. As you saw, there are a bunch of different things that you can add. And so links are very important. So here we have a whole page on issues, and particularly on defund the police. And you can actually see a whole bunch of links and you can browse into them. If we go up a level, there's an excellent section here on climate change. It's very hard to find good climate change content. And so here's a big list of climate change content, several hundred links. It took me years to find this. And we now have permission to edit this and organize it. So climate change is the issue that I'm personally very passionate about. So back up to the main level. So it's a content management system. It's a model of the Green Party. It is, and there's a number of people working on it. And so you need to manage all that. So here's the management view, and we can see who's created content or edited it and what the content is and when they did it. So it's possible to keep track of what's going on because it's a huge amount of material in here. Thank you very much.